imagine an elderly person just shuffling across a busy street.
Right. Yeah, pretty common sight everywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the reactions in the sources we're looking at today are wild. Like in Japan, young people might, just sigh in annoyance.
Right.
And in mainland China, according to the text, someone might literally yell at them to hurry up.
Yeah.
But then you have Taiwan.
Oh, the elementary school kids.
Yes. The kids there will just instinctively block traffic and carry the person's bags. Today, we are doing a deep dive into this fascinating sermon transcript we found.
It really is fascinating.
It is. It explores why empathy scales so differently in these places and what it teaches us about, well, hyper-individualism versus true personal accountability. Okay, let's unpack this, starting with why those kids reacted so differently.
Well, it comes down to how empathy is conditioned, right? Like in the Taiwan example, their teachers didn't even view helping as a special moral victory or anything.
Really? Just normal behavior?
Yeah, they said it was just basic family upbringing. It's ingrained at the root level. Contrast that with what the transcript says about modern social media platforms.
Oh, like Douyin and Xiaohongshu.
Exactly. The source argues these platforms are actively conditioning people toward extreme self-preservation.
Right. It's like, think about your own apartment building. It's like hearing the fire alarm go off in the hallway. But you completely ignore it because you just think, well, it's not in my unit, so I don't care. We're increasingly trained to mind our own business to a fault.
Right. And what's fascinating here is how this societal shift toward isolation actively fights against the broader Christian call for genuine care for others.
So?
Well, the sermon points out that the faith demands empathy, but the modern world is essentially saying, protect your peace, ignore the rest.
But wait, that creates a huge contradiction, doesn't it?
In what way?
Because if we're all becoming so deeply self-focused and, ignoring the fire alarm, why do people still absolutely love acting as the online morality police?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
We'll ignore our neighbor, but we gladly scream at a stranger on the internet. It reminds me of that biblical concept of ignoring the giant plank in your own eye while aggressively pointing out the tiny speck in someone else's.
Yeah, the sermon actually uses a really interesting phrase for this. They call it brushing existence.
Brushing existence. I assume that's a direct translation of some internet slang.
Yeah, it's a popular Chinese slang phrase. It essentially means manufacturing a sense of presence, like making noise online just so people know you're still alive.
Wow.
People complain and police others just to seek validation. It isn't true care. I mean, it's just ego.
Right.
And the pastor contrasts this loud validation seeking with a quiet, direct command Jesus gave to his disciple Peter.
Which was?
Well, when Peter was worrying about someone else's fate, Jesus essentially told him, "What is that to you? You must follow me."
So focus on yourself.
Exactly. The point being made is that the cross is about deeply personal sacrifice. You don't use it as a weapon to judge others or wave it around like a tour guide's flag to force people to follow your rules.
So, dropping your ego and focusing on your own personal accountability is easy in theory, but what does that personal sacrifice actually look like in practice?
Well, the pastor gives a pretty brutal example of this. He talks about visiting an 87-year-old terminally ill woman. And instead of giving her standard, get well soon wishes, his prayer focused heavily on deep repentance.
Wait, really? I have to admit, isn't it a bit harsh to focus on a dying woman's flaws rather than just offering comforting platitudes?
It sounds super harsh, yeah, until you understand the mechanics of what true peace requires in this framework. If we connect this to the bigger picture, think about boarding an airplane.
Airplane.
But with a strict 10-kilogram luggage limit.
Oh, I hate those.
Right. You can't show up to the gate hauling hundreds of kilos of household junk, your pots, pans, bicycles, dogs.
They'll just turn you away.
Exactly, you'll be turned away. In this spiritual framework, repentance isn't cruelty. It's the necessary process of ditching the heavy junk of human ego, weakness, and past mistakes.
It's how you travel light into eternity. Man, that's a tough pill to swallow. It means that when we offer those empty, good vibes only platitudes to a friend in a crisis,
yeah,
we aren't actually helping them. We're just giving them more heavy pots and pans to carry to the gate.
Precisely. You have to secure your own foundation first. It's like the final metaphor the pastor uses.
Yeah.
You cannot jump into the water to save a drowning person if you don't know how to swim yourself.
That makes total sense.
If you haven't unpacked your own baggage, you both just sink.
So what does this all mean? True accountability is fiercely personal. You have to learn to swim and drop that tour guide flag before you can genuinely be of service to anyone else.
I couldn't have said it better.
Which leaves you with a question to mull over today. If true accountability requires us to drop our heavy emotional baggage to meet that 10-kilogram limit, what does that look like in your daily life? If you had to delete one social media app today just to lighten your spiritual load and stop brushing existence, which one would it be?